Here is a simple question. Why bother to give a talk? Why stand in front of a room full of people? Why not just write down everything you want to say and email it to them? It would be faster. It would be easier. Everyone could read it on their own time. The reason we still gather to listen to each other is the hope for something more. We hope for a connection that words on a screen cannot give us. A talk that is well prepared and delivered with real feeling can have a great impact on people who hear it. It can offer something extra, something that printed words alone are missing. But this does not happen on its own. Not every talk gives us that special something. In fact, most do not. That extra layer of meaning is not free. It must be thought about. It must be built and developed. It has to be earned. Without it, a speech is just an email read out loud. We have all felt it. You are sitting in a room, listening to a speaker, and you notice that every sentence sounds exactly the same. There is a small rise in tone at the beginning, and a small drop at the end. It happens over and over. There are no changes in speed. There are no moments of silence to let an idea sink in. This kind of delivery sends a clear message to the audience. It tells them that no single part of the talk is more important than any other part. It is just one long string of information, the same from start to finish. Listening to this can feel like being hypnotized. It can make your eyes feel heavy. It puts an audience to sleep. We are told that the key to avoiding this is to speak with passion. But what does that really mean? Passion is a word we use a lot, but we rarely stop to think about what it looks like or sounds like. It is not about shouting or waving your arms. It is something much quieter and much more real. It is the force that shows you truly care about what you are saying. And it is the only thing that can wake a sleeping audience. A script is not a talk. It is only a map. The words themselves are just the starting point. The real journey, the thing that makes a talk special, is the humanity that the speaker brings to those words. It is our humanity that turns plain information into real inspiration. Think about it this way. Your mind gets thousands of pieces of information every day. Most of them are filed away and quickly forgotten. But inspiration is different. Inspiration grabs our attention. It tells the brain that this idea is important. This idea is worth holding on to. This connection is made through the human layer you add to your words. There is an old idea in psychology that communication is only 7% the words you use. The other 93% is your tone of voice and your body language. While that is not true in every situation, it points to a deeper truth. When your words say one thing, but your voice and body say another, people will almost always believe your voice and body. The human element is what we trust. It is what makes us feel connected. It is what makes us believe. When you truly listen to someone speak, you are not just hearing words. You are hearing the music behind them. Consider the opening of the talk by George Monbiot. He speaks of his youth, of adventures in the tropics, and of coming home to a life that felt smaller. When you hear him speak these words, you feel like you are being pulled into his world. His voice adds a layer of meaning to everything he says. You get a feeling of wonder and curiosity that you would never get just by reading his script in a book. How does he do this? He uses variety. The key to being an interesting speaker is to create variety in how you speak, and to base that variety on the meaning you want to share. This means changing your pace. Some sentences can be spoken quickly, with energy. Others should be slow and careful. This also means changing your volume. Some points can be made in a near whisper, drawing the audience in. Others can be spoken with more force to show their weight. But maybe the most powerful tool of all is the pause. A moment of silence. When you stop talking for a second, right before a key idea, you are telling the audience that something important is about to happen. Silence creates tension. It makes people listen more closely. Your voice is an instrument. Learning to play it is how you give words their real meaning. Sometimes you see a speaker on stage, and you get the feeling that his body is only there to carry his head to the microphone. Once he arrives, the body does not know what to do with itself. It stands in an awkward way, with hands stuck to its sides, or it sways back and forth on its feet. The speaker is present, but their body is not. It is a passenger, not a participant. But your body is part of your message. The simplest way to show this is just to stand tall. Place your feet a few inches apart and put equal weight on both of them. Let your hands and arms move naturally to emphasize what you are saying. This small change does a lot. It tells the audience that you are calm, and that you are confident in your topic. Good posture helps with this. Try not to slouch your shoulders forward. When you stand so openly, it might feel a little vulnerable, but that vulnerability can be a good thing for an audience to see. It shows you are not hiding behind a wall. It signals trust. Your body is the stage for your ideas. Letting it be still and open gives your words a solid ground to stand on. Some speakers like to walk the stage while they talk. It can help them think. It can help them mark different parts of their talk. They might walk to one side of the stage to tell a story and to the other side to explain an idea. The movement itself is not the important part. The key is the change in rhythm. Constant pacing, walking back and forth without ever stopping, can be very tiring for an audience to watch. It creates a feeling of anxiety, but movement that is broken up by moments of stillness can be very powerful. The speaker walks with purpose, then stops to deliver an important point. The sudden stillness tells the audience to pay attention. Something to avoid is the nervous shifting of weight from one leg to the other. Many speakers do this without even knowing they are doing it. It is often a sign of anxiety. Moving a little helps to ease the discomfort they feel, but for the audience, it does the opposite. It highlights that discomfort. The difference between a speaker who rocks nervously and one who can find stillness is huge. So, move if you want to, but only move with purpose. And when you have something important to say, stop moving and say it from a place of calm power. There are no rules written in stone. There is no single correct way to stand or speak. The goal is not to become a perfect version of someone else. The goal is to become a clearer version of yourself. Some of the most powerful talks have been given by people who break the so-called rules. The speaker, Dame Stephanie Shirley, chose to sit on a metal stool for her talk, with her notes in her lap. She looked relaxed and completely natural. The famous neurologist Oliver Sacks also sat for his talk. On the other hand, Clifford Stoll moved all over the stage, full of energy. His movement added a unique feeling to his talk that made it unforgettable. One was sitting, one was darting around. Both were effective. Why? Because they each found a way of being on stage that made them feel comfortable and confident. Their body language did not distract from their message. It supported it. You just have to find what works for you. Do not try to be someone else. The simple test is to ask if your way of standing or moving gets in the way of your message. If it does not, then it is the right way for you. If your talk is written down, you can try this exercise. It can help you find the music in your own words. Get a pencil. First, read through each sentence and find the 2 or 3 most important words. Underline them. These are the words you will give a little more weight to when you speak. Next, look at each paragraph. Find the single most important word in that whole paragraph, the one that holds the central idea, and underline it twice. This is your anchor. Now, look for the feeling behind the words. If there are parts that are meant to be lighter or more playful, draw a wavy line under those sentences. Find every question mark and highlight it in yellow. Questions should sound different from statements. Look for the single biggest aha moment in your entire talk. Put a big black dot right before it. This is where you will pause. If there is a joke or a funny story, you can put little pink dots above it as a reminder to smile or let yourself laugh a little. Now, try reading the script out loud. Let your voice respond to the marks you have made. Pause for the black dot. Soften your voice for the wavy lines. Let the marks be your guide. You do not need to struggle to add variety to your voice if it does not feel right. The goal is to let it come naturally from the passion you feel for your idea. You want to sound like yourself. The best way to check if you are doing this is to get feedback. First, try practicing with a friend. You do not need a big audience, just one person who you trust. Watch them as you speak. See what they respond to. Do they lean in when you are telling a story? Do their eyes wander when you are explaining data? Do they roll their eyes at a certain part? Their honest reaction is valuable information. Second, record yourself. Use your phone. Read your talk from beginning to end. Then play it back, but close your eyes. When you only listen, you can hear things you would otherwise miss. Does your voice sound interested? Or does it sound like you were just reading? You can also record a video of yourself and watch it back to see if you are doing anything with your body that you are not aware of. This process is not about judging yourself. It is about becoming more aware of the signals you are sending. This is not just about giving a speech. Most of us will never give a TED Talk, but we all have to communicate. We have to talk to our families, our coworkers, and our friends. we have to have difficult conversations. We have to explain what we need and share what we believe. These ideas are for those moments too. Think about the voice you use when you are catching up with a friend you have not seen in a long time. There is an energy to it, a curiosity, a realness. You are not performing, you are connecting. That is the kind of voice you want to find. A voice that is natural and unafraid to show how you really feel when the moment calls for it. This is not a voice you put on like a costume. It is the voice you find when you stop trying to be a speaker and just focus on the idea you care about. It is the voice that comes out when you are so excited about something that you forget to be nervous. The goal is not to be a great public speaker. The goal is to be a more effective human being in every part of your life. We live in a world of noise. We are flooded with emails, text messages, and articles. We scroll through endless feeds of words and images. In this world, the human signal can get lost. We share more information than ever before, but we may connect less. Speaking with meaning is an antidote. It is a way to cut through the noise. When you stand in front of someone and speak with your whole self, with your voice and your body, you are sending a signal that cannot be ignored. You are showing them that you are present. You are showing them that you care. There is a place in the world for all kinds of presentation styles. The only thing that matters is that you do it your way. Do not try to be someone else. Focus on your idea and your passion for it. Do not be afraid to let your own personality shine through. Just remember that your body is not only there to carry your head around. It is allowed to be part of the experience. It is allowed to help you send your signal. And in a world that is always trying to disconnect us, that human signal may be the most important message of all.